Howdy, folks. We're back with more Ur-Quan Masters. More Ur-Quan Masters. I clicked the wrong. There we go. Wrong screen. There we go. So we just hit this Rainbow World. We're going to grab the last little bit of... No, I'm on the wrong window. That's what happened. Okay, there we go. Grab the last bit of radioactives here. But, yeah. And I'll look at what Duani just said in a second here. I just want to get the last bit of... Alright. Before that happened, I imagine that the Ur-Quan might have been that kind of species that if you made one a friend, they would have been true forever, made them such tragic... Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, it does, Tachi. The fact that they haven't gone back to the slanderous homeworld, yeah. Well, I mean, the big thing is the Slander are stuck there anyways, so, like, as far as the Ur-Quan are concerned, yeah, whatever. The Korra might be psychotic enough to wipe them out.
I suppose, as a courtesy, I should extend an appropriate greeting. On behalf of the Ardwick Proctors, I truly hope, for your sake, that your day has been better than ours. Although this really isn't saying that much.
So I want to say this. This is the thing I like best about the HD remake, is they actually redid the Utwig's voice lines from the 3DO versions. And boy, I approve of that. I don't want to say anything particularly negative. The game was not voice acted by like top-notch voice actors in general. Everyone did the best job they could. It's just the voice that they chose to use the Utwig was unfortunate. It didn't work, in my opinion. This is Captain Peterson, representing the United Federation of Worlds. Please respond.
What good would that do? I mean, why should we? We agonized for hours, wondering if it was a cruel twist of fate, or simply a serious case of butterfingering. The lifetimes that have been spent in the pursuit of the elusive answer to this deceptively simple question has driven many of us down the dark road of self-destruction. Indeed, even as these words strike the ears of any who care to listen, the real question is, does it matter? I cannot say. I wallow in a quandary, unable to determine what better atones for my part in the great sin. Should I engage in slow and painful self-termination? Should I commit myself to a long life of painful self-flagellation? Should I throw myself with enthusiastic verve at the problem of collective annihilation? I do not know. Even my mind writhes in anguish of indecision, lest the outcome be inadequate.
Alright, to answer your question about Slandro, Duani, it is not obvious if they are or not. The only thing you see during it is the Korra Death March is the Korra circle moving over each sphere of influence on the map, and then you see each sphere of influence shrink to nothing. And then they move on to the next one. Do you know anything about the enslaving Ur-Quan?
We know nothing of this species that you mentioned. However, while we are on the subject of evil and powerful species, we have encountered a particularly gruesome race that seemed to come from the direction of Arcturus. When we hailed them, they responded with mighty weapons that sent our delegation to their deaths. Lucky fools. The aliens' dark, crusty battleships are capable of guiding spinning mines into almost any location, and should an enemy get too close, a fiery corona emerges to inflict fearsome damage. In our skirmishes with the race, who called themselves the Korra, we found that by using our own shielding capability, we could sweep through the mines, absorb the corona, and then get close enough to the dark ships to give a lick of our own. In truth, however, they are very powerful and ruthless. When the Korra started to press toward our homeworld, we thought that our deserved punishment was being administered. But then a mystery. They suddenly became disinterested and veered away. Bah! Confounding frustration. With the Ur-Quan, I could speak knowledgeably on this subject. To have this quality torn from our grasp emphasizes how meaningless our existence really is. This lack of meaning is what drives my species to the serious contemplation of a quick end.
So I did recent events have not gone your way. Why don't you start at the beginning?
All right, I'll try. But you know it really doesn't matter. After all, we have a famous Atwick saying, when one loses the reason for existence, one tends to get less motivated. This goes hand in hand with the painfully appropriate credo, we broke it, so we are paying for it. Of course, this isn't really accurate. The situation is so much more hideous. Imagine, if you can, holding within your hands the answer, only to have it haunt you with its former potential. Ah, cruel irony. The loss of the Ur-Quan grieves us all.
That really is a pity. What more do you know about the Ur-Quan?
Your query once again painfully reminds me of the Ur-Quan and what it was for the universe. I could tell you all, and correct all that is wrong in the universe. All I can tell you is that the core are live to kill. Their stated purpose is to seek out new life and new civilizations, and then annihilate them. We seem to qualify as such, and that is why it is puzzling that after pursuing us with some tenacity, they suddenly turned away and headed toward Quaterus. All of this speculation would be unnecessary if only we had saved the Ur-Quan. It would not have taken much. A diving catch, a thrown pillow, even a fuzzy wampus would have broken the fall satisfactorily. Indeed, a panel convened to analyze the possibilities concluded that there were at least 623 ways the Ur-Quan could have been saved if we had been prepared. Let us cease our discussion concerning these matters.
A truly unique set of events put you in your current state, am I right?
To say the least. Our past is one of a glorious and proud people coupled with a cataclysm that rocks the universe to its very core. It all began when a chimp rose from the murky bog and the Atwig emerged as well. In these primitive times, we cavorted about our world, oblivious to any sort of higher purpose. We took everything at face value. Meanwhile, the tendrils of the chimp infiltrated the vast sky canopies of Faz, and then the veils fell. Suddenly, the Atwig was stunned by a collective realization. All immediately and urgently donned veils of every description. Hides, leaves, shells, rocks, and even living drells were donned in the early days. You see, the face is the mechanism that expresses many of the primitive qualities that hinder sentience. Now rid of the constant reminders of greed, rage, hatred, and lust, the wisdom of the Atwig was no longer hampered by constant reminders of the primitive urge. Over many generations, mask etiquette was refined to a rock-solid foundation of our society. Sure, the morality riots were expensive, both in lives and in infrastructure. But the result was better mask regulation, specification from your basic mask of grueling but necessary activity to the most highly decorated countenance of stellar representation. These were clearly defined. Recognizing the importance of flexibility, clear-cut and efficient procedures for revision and redesign dealt with the few anomalies. From that moment when we covered the source of our intellectual oppression, we knew that it was a grand purpose that defined our destiny. Are you still listening?
Yeah.
Our entire development as a sentient species was coordinated to coincide with the appearance of a remarkable device, the Ur-Quan. We were oblivious to its tragic implication.
Yes, absolutely fascinating. What do you mean by tragic? God damn it.
In order for you to truly understand the situation, you need to know more about the Ur-Quan and its unique capabilities.
Uh-huh.
You see, When the Druge discovered the Ultron, they knew that it was ours. The Druge were compelled by intrinsic universal direction to take it to where it has always belonged. They brought it to us.
Sure.
The Ultron. It assured total and complete meaning of life for all. The universal. With the Ultron in hand, I could sense not only your motivations and desires, but your purpose. I could act upon these things in ways that would most likely seem mysterious, if not, well, daft. Years later, you would herald our participation in your development as the turning point for your species. The Druge were only one of the few to benefit in this way. Even now, they are puzzled by the way we rewarded them for the delivery of the Ultron to its correct place. In 24 years, 2 months, and 3 days, they will all dance the dance of jubilation. Indeed, the Ultron has allowed us to fundamentally change the Druge forever. The Subox too received many benefits from our use of the Ultron. They can testify to its power.
Well, it sounds like things are going pretty well. So, what happened?
Yes, things were perfect. What happened is, well, it is difficult to talk about. But I saw it happen. I witnessed the Chinzral celebration. I felt the Ultron fill the empty place that I did not know was there. I saw the Grand Proctor pass it to, well, they say that the Chief Gru did not know that it was so heavy and slippery. Perhaps it was a combination of factors. Some who have reviewed the records claim that it was actually a conspiracy. The Commission investigation officially stated that the Ultron was rendered inoperative by the fall to the ground, yet many feel that the whole story has not yet been told. As it struck the ground, I saw its glow fade, and then the painful void incapacitated all. All Utwig immediately donned the mask of ultimate embarrassment and shame, with a vow to wear it forever. Bonfires all over Fars consumed all but this mask. No other mask was spared. The visage of ceremonial orations in all its contexts and revisions, as I'm sure you understand. All of the courting masks, from the clever and intriguing veil of flirtatious prancing to the infamous lewd monocle, all were consumed by the hungry flames. Even the most fundamental fixtures were committed to this irreversible fate. The mask of natural bodily excretions once hung in every lavatory. Most of the public facilities have removed the disposable mask dispensers, but every once in a while I still see such a repository, always empty. In despair, we gave the broken device to our allies, the Subox, who live at Beta Libre. We just couldn't stand to look at it any longer. At that time, many suggested that we use the precursor relic as a form of self-punishment. The proposal was that we collectively go to the second moon of the sixth planet of Zeta Hyades at coordinates 850.3, 937.2, and use the ancient planetarian device to end our existence. After much discussion, we decided that we deserved to suffer. We can use the bomb if we ever decide the time is right. In the meantime, we atone for our previous mistake with our collective misery. I suddenly sink into a chasm of depression. I must go.
All right. We now terminate communication in a civil yet efficient manner.
As do we. Go now, with neither malice nor joy.
And thus, we have met the Utwig. A fascinating species. Hang on a second. Is that a ruby world over there? Hang on a moment. One moment. No, it is not a ruby world. It's a little hard to tell from space sometimes. It's a radioactive world. Yeah, sure. What happened there with the voice, the subtitles and the voice acting, is there's a set of lines that got dropped that were not in the 3DO version. Or actually, more accurately, I think the voice lines were there, but the subtitles weren't. Specifically, the location of the Supox and such, which is supposed to be told to you. But yeah. All right. Oh. All right, we're off to Groombridge. So I will say, back when I was actually good at the space combat part of this game, I was actively good as opposed to, you know, okay. The Udwig is probably one of the most broken ships in the game. Oh god, it is so rough. Ooh, overshot. Overshot again. There we go. We need to scan the planet. Scan the planet. I could mine this, but I don't really need. I could mine this safely because of my ship, but I want to point out. Look at the surface temperature of this planet. 3,559 degrees centigrade. Yeah, no. All right, we are next going to Alpha Andromedae. Again, I can mine it, but I don't desperately need the minerals. I'd rather not run risk of losing more crew at the moment. Indeed, D20. I think barbecuing is doing it a disservice, honestly. I mean, that's being incinerated. No. I thought it's probably worth mining, but That is also hot, but is less insanely hot. I'm going to go down. You land. There we go. Jeez, I couldn't grab that piece for some reason. Woof. I'm normally not that bad at maneuvering. I'm now going to go to the manifest for a second. Cargo. Like, we just don't need to have that in our inventory at all. And arguably we don't really need this either, so we're going to clear those out. Just free up a little bit more space to the cargo hold, just in case. Alright, next magma world is Gamma Reticuli. In Ur-Quan space, hooray! I'm gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna have to pay attention here. Nope. Ah. Damn it. Ah, fuck that up. That's one Ur-Quan. We're just going to attack. I don't want to chat right now. There's a lone Ur-Quan ship, and just like, yep, no, just splat the thing. Just, schmack. If it was a Korra ship, I would have talked. Because I want to get the other half of the conversation at some point. Yep, we're gonna have to bait these fuckers in. This makes leaving this area, this planet easier. If I don't have to, if I've got all of them sucked into one system. Yep. Oh god, there's another one. Wow. Yeah, not gonna bother. Let's go. Bye! We're next headed to Gamma Kepler. Edge of Micon space. That's fine. Basically, Duana, yes. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Shit. I glanced away and that popped up right in front of me. Oh, it's Korra. Good. We'll talk to them. Damn it. Keep doing that.
We are the Ur-Quan Corps. You have evaded our attempts to cleanse. You are no longer filth. You are a threat. Threats deserve greater attention than filth.
Hold, what you're doing to us is wrong. Why do you do this thing?
The words. The words. The words. Alien, you have spoken the words. You have spoken them rightly. We will explain to you about the Dinyari, our slave masters. The Taelo, our only friends, whom we exterminated, and our reasons why we cleanse the galaxy of all other sentient life. We have explained this before, over 20,000 years ago. Your words, why do you do this thing, echo that ancient plea. You see, alien, we were a proud and mighty race, who were cruelly enslaved. For thousands of years we had no free will. We were nothing more than tools. Never again will anyone enslave our people. We cleanse the galaxy of such threats.
Okay, tell us about yourselves.
We evolved on a hostile world, the descendants of solitary hunters. In a world
Yes,
where
Tony,
one species
skulls.
is the dominant killer, one's only threat is one's brother, one's sister, anyone of one's species. Civilization did not come easily to us. We earned it. We mastered our hatreds and murderous desires to form a mighty culture. In those ancient days, there was no Kor-Ah or Kazertza, only the Ur-Quan. We explored our world, and then the space beyond. Here we met the 6 races of the sentient milieu. Here we met the Taelo, the only species we ever called friend. Our association with the Taelo and the milieu lasted for 3,000 years. We, the Ur-Quan, who could not tolerate the presence of others, became the milieu's scouts, their solitary explorers.
So who are the Taelo?
Of all the species we have met, only the Taelo did not trigger our instinctive territoriality. They were the only people we could stand with, or talk to, without the hunter inside us screaming, "Kill the interloper, rip out its life." We believe that the same factors that made the Taelo non-threatening to us, their unusual rock-like biology, also gave the Taelo natural immunity to the Dinyari's psychic compulsion. The Dinyari would not permit this. After they had conquered all 6 of the other races in the milieu, they commanded us to attack the Taelo, and we did. The Taelo would not fight back. They died.
Alright, so who or what are the Dinyari?
It was on a routine planetfall that one of our milieu scout ships first met the Dinyari, the creatures you know as our talking pets.
Wait, the what now?
But the Dinyari were different then. They were evilly intelligent and wielded psychic powers to control the minds of others. They wanted to rule the universe.
I may have to go to Umgus
We
base.
had no choice but to give it to them. Our Ur-Quan scout ships transported the Dinyari through the milieu. The war for dominance, such as it was quick and bloodless. Within weeks, the Dinyari controlled all races but one, the Taelo.
So the Arlale gave the Umga a injured talking pet because they couldn't fix its brain injuries due to the damage done, genetic damage done. Oh dear. How did you defeat the Dinyari? This might be important.
For thousands of years, we were unthinking slaves to the Dinyari. Like the 5 other surviving races of the old milieu, we had no choice. The Dinyari's compulsion was too strong to resist. But the Dinyari were not satisfied with their slave races. The Yuli and the Drawl were inferior, they decided, and so they instructed us to incinerate their worlds, and we did. The Dinyari had a special liking for us, Ur-Quan, so they began to tinker with our genes, to improve us, their favored slaves. Their efforts to split the Ur-Quan into 2 sub-races, the Green Ur-Quan, affect scientists and bureaucrats, and the Black Ur-Quan. They're effectuators, the builders, the fighters, the doers. The Core are the Black Ur-Quan. The Khazar are the green. I grow tired of talking, alien, and your time grows short. I will continue for but a moment longer. When we discovered that intense pain could block the Dinyari's mental powers, we were able to destroy them, but it took years. Can you imagine, alien, what it must have been like to wear an excruciator? To live in endless screaming pain for months on end? No, you cannot.
Well, I guess that's it. Thanks for the info. We'll just be leaving now.
No, it is not. There is more you must hear.
Okay.
When the war was over, the great Core rose from our ranks and declared the path of now and forever.
Aha.
We would cleanse the galaxy.
Yeah, see, it's not the best
No
thing.
one would ever threaten the Ur-Quan this way again. We had cleansed one of the 3 remaining Milieu races, and were in orbit around a second's home world. From the surface came a plea, identical to the words you spoke a few moments ago. The one-eyed creatures, the male Num, asked so simply, so clearly, that we felt compelled to explain. While we did so, the Xerza appeared. They would not permit us to destroy, they said. Enslave, yes. Imprison, yes. But never destroy. The moment was tense. Someone opened fire. The first doctrinal war had begun. While we fought, the Mael Num escaped. We never found them again. When our battle was done, we, the Core were defeated. However, the Khazar let us go. We were exiled. We traveled through space, rebuilt the strength of our battle fleets, and continued our plan to cleanse threats from the galaxy for all Ur-Quan. You have heard our words, and perhaps you understand us a bit better. But now, it is time for us to cleanse you.
Yeah, no, so yeah, the male Num, they might have something to do with the Melner maybe. Just saying. That sort of speculation that people have had for quite some time. Ow, didn't dodge that. Turned too late. I'm having not one of my better matchups, actually, between these two. Normally I kill a little bit faster. Oop, got hit again. Mistake on my part. One of them got eaten by the disc. That's unfortunate. One more to go, I think. Oh, God. Yeah. Sorry, my eyes sort of glazed over for a second. I don't know why. Sorry, I lost focus for a second. Lost tracking. Took a hit I didn't need to take. Oh, dear Lord. That's rare that I took an extra hit there than I usually do. Is that it? Please be it. Yes, thank goodness. Okay. The Arlu and the Milner made him play an extremely long game. Yeah. They both have. You're right, Duani. You're right. Oh. Yep. Behold the BUTT, the backwards utilized tracking torpedo. The Spathy ships are legitimately good. It's amazing. Ooh, life forms. Sweet. I am very happy that this planet has life forms. That's good. Very few of the Rainbow rules do. Grab the radioactives before I forget. Ow. We're definitely catching all the life forms here because, yes, please. Oh. Oh man, there's still more life forms here. Wow, there's a lot of biodata here. This is good. Alright. And the next Rainbow World is... Zeta Sextantis, I think we've been to, but let's go. We'll pop there anyways. In Vux space. I'm just gonna scan the. I'm gonna scan the last planet, the last Rainbow World, just to make sure. I don't remember if I've been to it or not. I'll figure I'll check, and it can't hurt to check. But yes, we're gonna hit here, scan it, and then we'll port back to Earth, and yeah. I'm 95% sure I scanned this one already, but we'll double check to be sure. Oh. Yeah, we got it. We already scanned it. All right, great. All right. Whew. And we're almost out of fuel. I think we brought enough fuel for the trip, which is freaking sweet. I think it's this one here. Yep, that's one. Go to Earth, sell stuff. Oh, all right. Well, that was a trip and a half. Ooh, boy.
I'm at your disposal, Captain.
And minerals offload.
More fuel for the fire, eh, Captain? That last load should keep it blazing. The analysis reads as follows. Subject, Ultron device. We put this thing through every test we've got and came up with the same results as if we used a fork. Nothing, zero, zip. If this thing ever functioned, which we doubt, it certainly won't now. Age and physical stress have long since robbed it of whatever mystical powers it might have once had. Summary, in the future, please don't waste our valuable time on junk like this so-called Ultron. The next entry in the analysis is subject, Slylandro probe destruct code sequence. Data. This is a complex sequence of program instructions using an encryption sequence similar in some ways to the rolling Fung algorithm. Summary, when a Slylandro probe approaches, open a hailing frequency, wait for a response, and then transmit the code. That's the end of our scientist's report.
All right.
Return soon, Captain.
How much fuel do I need to get to Alpha Centauri? Because I'm curious. We need... Oh, we got plenty of fuel to get there. Beautiful! I should have restocked on crew and such, but we can do that later. I can bounce back and forth. It's not a big deal. But I want to go sell off all my data to the Milner May. Oh. Let's check the first. I literally have no idea where they're going to be. They pop up different planets in the system. Oh. Hello, Melanie May.
Welcome back, Captain. You are our favorite customer.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, what can we do for you today?
I have some stuff I'd like to sell.
What would you like to sell, Captain?
Well, first, alien lifeform data.
The 306 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 612 credits. What would you like to sell, Captain?
I would also like to sell you Rainbow World locations.
Your ship's log indicates that you discovered the whereabouts of 6 of the Rainbow Worlds, which so fascinate us.
Uh-huh.
In exchange, we will give you 3,000 credits.
I would like to make some purchases, but that will have to wait for next episode. I need to take a short break from recording live, and yeah. Thank you for watching on YouTube. I hope you're enjoying this tomfoolery. I'm having a blast, as I always do with this game. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, next episode, next chunk will probably, God, I don't know what we're going to be doing next. We'll probably be working on the Siren Quest, would be my thought. Anyways, that's going to do it for now, folks. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Have a great trip. Yeah. If you liked it, though, you're watching this YouTube, like, share, subscribe, comment, etc. You know the whole deal. And we do record, I do stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/MechaGM. Come check me out. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye.